Good morning. One last look at the area. Pretty nice place. Oh, and again, thank you, JB. Oh, and must be LL. JB loves LL. All right, about 16.5 miles today, if I make it. I think it'll be right on the edge of some Forest Service land, state forest land, so I think we'll be okay. Won't really have to stealth camp, but we'll see. I might go further and then I'll have to stealth camp. And it's cold. All right, let's get going. You know, one thing about the sun going down early and coming up late is that it's really easy to get 10 hours of sleep, that's for sure. In fact, yesterday I think I got 11 hours of sleep with that dog. Nice little view, huh? All right. There's a couple of potential spots up here for a shortcut. A shortcut! One of them is saves a mile, and the other one saves, if I don't do that one, then the other one saves a little over half a mile. So we'll see what the hillside looks like. If it's too filled with thickets and stuff, then we'll just walk the mile on the road. Okay, shortcut number one's not going to work. Too thick up there. I'd probably lose more time than the distance I'd gain. So we'll see what shortcut number two looks like. These pretty colors, huh? And strike two. Yeah, we aren't going through that. All right, walking the road. Walking the road. Yeah, look at this. Nice private lake. Looks like it'd be a nice place to live around. But for me, as long as there's no mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. I just looked to see how much real estate is here. Prices are all over the place. I saw a nice little house, 2 bedrooms, right on the lake for $415, and then there's a big house over there, $975. A couple lots for sale. Huh. For those of you looking for lakefront property, that's a nice looking house there too. It's Lake Cherokee in South Carolina. It's near a place called Walhalla, I think. It's west of Pickens. Lake Cherokee. Well, this house right here tells me what kind of bugs there are. Screen in the porch. All right. It's not for me, but maybe for you. Pretty. You know, right now it almost feels like I'm at the ocean just by looking at that water there and the cool breeze that's here and the cold temperature and the clouds. Now, I'm not talking about Southern California coast, but maybe an East Coast. I guess it could be Northern California. Or Oregon or Washington. You know, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on any of the walks or anywhere, actually. These volunteer fire departments. You know, if you're from a big urban or suburban area, you don't give volunteer fire departments any second thought. But just think of the what goes into the sense of community, you know, for a volunteer fire department. It's not only just because, you know, the guys think it's fun or whatever, but there's a rootedness in the community of which they serve. And I think that's something that those of us who are from urban areas, suburban areas, big metropolises or whatever, I think we somewhat lose that sense of community, don't you think? Because in these rural areas, it's really a lot more deeply rooted. Even if we do have those of us from the populated areas, even if those of us that can't even talk, even if we do have, say, an identity to our community, it's more an identity than it is, I think, a rootedness or a sense of community. Does that make sense? Oh, I didn't know this. I've made it to the end. How about that? And I've been walking around in a circle. So I'm finishing where I started. No, that's not how it works? Okay. We'll continue on. Hey, quick question. What are these? It's not holly. It's on a tree. Oh, wait. No, it's going up a tree. Anyway, maybe it is holly, huh? Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's this time of the year. Da, 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 da. And look at those pretty colors. It's been a really pleasant walk this morning. Coming down from the mountains there, you know, with all the colors. And still getting colors. Still have a lot of green too. It's like I have an extended fall coming into South Carolina. So thank you very much, South Carolina, for the colorful extended present. So we're about a half a mile or so, maybe 3/4 of a mile from a gas station where I'm going to get my daily allotment of health food. And then we'll continue on. I think this will have been 8 miles from where we camped. I've just been going without a stop. So, you know what? I think I'm, in a way, getting down to this finishing stretch of the trip. I think I'm finishing stronger. Huh. All right, fill up the tank. I got a grilled cheese sandwich, egg salad sandwich, orange juice, strawberry milk, Sprite, donuts, a little individual sized pecan pie. Let's see, a little parfait thing. Mandarin orange cup. I think that's it. Oh, I got one of those complete cookies for later on. So it should get me the rest of the way here, rest of the day. So the goal is there's a roadside park about 8 miles ahead, or 9 miles ahead. But about 7 miles ahead, I might change the route depending upon what the road looks like. And if there's a place to camp that way, because then that would cut off, instead of going a little bit north like that and coming back down, the modified route would be just a little bit straighter line, which would cut off about 3 miles probably. That's the plan, and we're going to walk this highway up across the lake, it looks like. This is also, it looks like it's called the Cherokee Path. Main trading path to the Cherokee Nation. Huh. Bartram. And when I come across these crosses alongside the road, I always wonder what the circumstances were and what that person was like and all that. That person's name was Mary Helen something or other. So prayers for her and her family. Well, look at this here. This is the Kiowa River. It's dammed up downstream to make it Lake Kiowa. And then there's another dam right up here somewhere to make it Lake Jocassee above that. See that blue water. And we've left Oconee County. That's the county we came into. South Carolina. South Carolina. And we're going into is it Pickens or Boone County? Of course, now I'm telling you, I forget. Anyway, we're going into a different county now. Thank you very much for the beauty of Oconee County. And we've been on the, what is this here? The Heritage Corridor, sorry about that. The Heritage Corridor Nature Route. Didn't even know that. All right, we're going to cross the bridge, go up the hill, and onward. And you can probably hear it in the camera right now. But it's amazing when you don't have protection of the trees, how the wind just unfettered blows across that open space. It really picks up the coolness of the water too. And speaking of coolness, it's not supposed to be as cold tonight. I think 34 or 36, as opposed to last night it was 31 or 32, something like that. All right, there's Highway 133. I was considering taking that instead of my original route. That'll provide me a couple miles shorter over 2 days, but it's harder to find a camp spot going that way, so I'll just go uphill. I go up here, up the hill there, about 2.2 miles, and make it a day here, which I think will make it a 16-mile day today, 15 or 16. And then looking ahead, all of a sudden, there's an 80% chance of rain coming up on Thursday. So I have been considering getting into Greenville, I think in 2 days. And then was going to take a day off and then continue on. But I would be getting in there on Sunday night, taking Monday off and taking off on Tuesday. I think that's it. Or getting there Monday night, taking Tuesday off and leaving on Wednesday. So, if that rain forecast tomorrow and Sunday looks like it's staying around, instead of going into Greenville, I might continue on up to Spartanburg and take a day off there. That'll put me in. I think that would put me in there on Wednesday night to then take the day off during the rain. The only thing though, I wanted to go into Greenville because there's an REI. I need to change the tips. Oh well, we'll see. There's a nice little trail that goes through there, and would have come through here. Camera doesn't do it justice. Nice little gorge. It's called the Dacusville or Jackassee Gorge. But didn't have quite enough light left over to go there. So There's roadside park up here about a half mile on the right. And according to the topo, there might be a little bit of a hillside or a shelf on this side of the road where we can set up camp. Or even maybe right here. So there are a couple of flat, soft spots right in the fringe of the forest here. Only problem is, right here on this turnout in the road. So we'll go up here about another 1/3 to a half a mile. See if we find anything, and if not, then we'll come back here, I guess. Well, not the most ideal spot. You want to see it? I'm in the midst of this little thicket here at the roadside park that technically closes at dusk with the road right over there. But I think I'm tucked away back enough in this brush here that even if somebody does come through here at night and does a cursory check, they won't see me. I'll just make sure I get out of here first light. So that's where we are for tonight. Good night. Good morning. As you can see, successful stealth camp. And still in the shade, but the sun's getting up there, so can move on. Not a whole lot of, actually there's no choice for food along the way, except for about another 10 miles away, I think. So have to make do with a honey bun, bacon jerky, complete cookie, and Cliff Bar. Ooh, and nuts. Oops, so off we go. And I didn't hear this truck at all this morning, not when they got here. This is a fishing area, so that's probably what they're doing. Okay. Interesting, just had deja vu again. Deja vu of getting the camera out and looking out there. Anyway, what I want to show you, and of course now that I want to show it to you, you can't really tell, but last night it was supposed to have been, 36, 34, something like that. And where I was, it did feel less cold than where I was the night before. I think I was in just a little, a zone that was a little bit warmer. But the grass along here, of course it's, now that I'm showing it to you, isn't, but the grass along here has been all frosted over. So definitely got below freezing, except where I was. So as you can see, we turned off the highway, going down this county road, and there's supposed to be Preston McDaniel Road. We're staying on that pretty much all day today. But there's supposed to be a trail right around here that goes up and parallels the road for a couple miles, I think. Is this it here? Couldn't be, because this is the creek. It's on the other side, I guess. Entering the 9 Times Forest. 9 Times Forest. Interesting name. Let's see. One comes out here. Nothing here. Okay, I think we found it. There's a truck parked here anyway. And from what I can tell on the map, looks like it used to be an old rail line. Don't know any history about it, so anyway, I guess it'd be a nice little change of pace here. The trick is getting over this. Well, an inauspicious start. I was looking around for it, and I noticed that. So this must be a trail marker. And there was another one up. Oh, there it is. It's kind of a nondescript trail, but let's see what we come out with. It basically parallels the road, so if we lose it, then we just bushwhack back down there. I think we've already lost it. Huh. All right. Well, it's certainly a pretty trail. It's also a very slow trail. It kind of goes off in all different directions in some places. But I don't know if it gets any slower. You might just exit back to the road right over there. Huh. I wonder why it's going along this route instead of there's an old rail bed up there that would have been an easier trail, I think, to maintain. All right, I'm going back to the road. It just keeps coming in and out, taking too long. A lot of nice swimming holes here, though. Come here on a nice warm day, cool off. And now we just need to get back up to the road. All right, we'll come back next time and explore you, okay? That's pretty, look at that. You know, as pretty as that trail is, even this time of year, I bet you it's really pretty too when it's all green in there. I wonder if it's any harder or any easier to follow. But in the meantime, we'll just stick with this road for the good part of the day. If it's like this, I don't mind. Huh. I haven't seen one of these signs since, maybe Nevada? There's an interesting yard sign. Who killed Tammy Zawicki? Found us on Facebook. Anybody know the story about that? It's obviously a local thing here. This is a little bit different site. Looks like when these people travel, they take their whole house with them. I think we're on a place called Hagood. Is it Hagood? Hagood Mills Road, something like that. Well, I must say, I've been quite impressed with South Carolina, at least this part of it. Oh, you got a nice gazebo. It's got a good view too. I guess this area is commonly referred to as the Upcountry. I think I'm still in it. Since we're in the hills. As I get down closer to Greenville, or if I bypass Greenville and go to Spartanburg, I don't know if that turns into a differently named section or not. But I've quite enjoyed so far this upcountry portion of South Carolina. It's been very pretty. Well, this is unexpected. I came to this place called Hagood Mills. Some sort of nature trail, history preservation area. People camping out here. And one of these places might have food. Let's see if there's any over here first. So that was a like a picnic and event pavilion. Evidently what's happening here this weekend is at Table Rock that I passed a few miles up there. There's a climbers coalition having a work party, and they're having an event here for them, making chili. Chili. So let's go see if there's anything over here. Otherwise, we're eating a cookie. Well, no food here. I did get 4 mini moon pies. And Lori, there's no RC cola in here. No cola whatsoever. Oh, hi, kitty. Looks like I got another friend here. Come on up. You gonna come on up? So these moon pies, that big cookie, and whatever else that other thing is I haven't take care of me for now, and then I'll just have to hopefully find something down the way there. Like I said, I think there's a gas station. It's probably about maybe another 4 miles. All right, just kept the cookie in reserve, just had the moon pies. There's that gas station that's 4 miles ahead. And then about 2 miles past that, probably going to camp. And then I found out from the guy over here at the visitor center that there's a pizza place in Dacusville where I'll be going through, so hopefully that'll be open in the morning. Now look at this. This is the first sign I've seen like this. Watch. Litter pickup ahead. No, litter trashes everyone. Pretty clever. Huh. All right, made it to the store here, our gas station. But had more than just like potato chips and cookies and stuff, so I got one of those microwavable turkey dinners and a microwavable Salisbury steak dinner. You know, the little complete ones that are not frozen, but the ones that are in the packaged food section, about that big. So Salisbury steak, turkey and dressing. I got a, what did I get? One of those noodle bowls. A can of beefaroni. What else did I get? Strawberry milk, orange juice, cherry lime Sprite. And so I'm filled for the night. That'll keep me warm, I think. So 2.4 miles to some random woods up here. Looks like it's owned by some corporation. And there's no house on it. So I'll just slip in there. And it looks like it's relatively flat in there, so hopefully we don't have any problems. And again, it'll be a little bit less cold tonight. I'm trying to think. I pretty much am definitely going to skip Greenville. Try and make it onto Gaffney. The only problem is Gaffney is 70 miles from here. And I need to do that in 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. I need to do that in 4 days. So no dawdling around so we get there. Otherwise, I'd have to pull up at Spartanburg, which is only 49 miles. And that would get me in there too soon before the rain. Unless I just did some shorter days, right? Let's see, 49 is 12 miles a day. So this is Langley Mountain right here. It's all owned by some corporation. What we're going to do is come down the road here and then turn left. And that ownership extends down to the road. So it looks like we'll be hidden enough that people won't take too much notice, especially this being towards the end of the day. Might get there right towards sunset or a little bit before, so I think it'll be okay. Look at that, a glowing cow. Must be an angel cow. You know what I've noticed about dogs? There's a dog over this house started coming down the driveway, but I've noticed that, yeah, you notice it too? I noticed that when you start talking to them, as they're coming down, it kind of puts them at pause. They go, wait, what's going on? Yeah, so I just tell them, hey, good afternoon. You've been having a nice day today, huh? It's going to be a nice day tomorrow. And it kind of short circuits them because they go, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be chasing this guy off. And, well, thank you to Samuel. Lives right here. And I just had kind of a sneaking suspicion this might be the guy that owns the land up here. So I checked the ownership. And sure enough, he owns that property. And he actually happened to be out. So I came walking up to him. We got talking. He said, yeah, sure. And he said also, you know, you can go a little bit further instead of in the woods. They've got a little pond on the, I guess it would be the eastern side of the property. And the pond's got a shed and a dock and a electrical power. So I said, yeah, I'll take it. So now the only trick is getting there before sundown. Looks like I got about a half hour. It's probably going to take me about a half hour to get there. Thanks once again, Samuel. And the other interesting thing, too, is that he said they were out and about earlier today. They'd see me walking down the road. And they mentioned to themselves, that's not one of our local homeless guys. Because they looked at the hiking sticks. And so now, nothing happens by chance. I just happened to go by his place, which was not even on my original marked route. Huh. Nothing happens by chance. The way the Lord sets us all up, huh? Almost looks like that house is a double house. That reflection is very pretty. Huh. So he said we go past the lakes here, and there'll be a double gate on the left. Looks like there's a truck down there. All right, here we are. I wonder if we're going to meet somebody. Pretty nice, huh? Look at that. Got a deck over the water. Got this little pavilion here. All right, it's going to be home for the night. Quite peaceful, huh? So thank you once again, Samuel. I really appreciate it. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I even got a canoe there. I can go out in the canoe. Maybe practice for canoeing down the Mississippi River, huh? Or canoeing the Great Loop. Good night. Take a look at that nice view, huh? What a way to wake up in the morning, that's for sure. Nice little pond. Sun is out. I could stay here all day. I should have told Samuel I wanted to stay an extra day. So, heading out towards Dacusville. That's the first goal, I think. And then from there, I might need to modify the route a little bit since I'm not going into Greenville this evening. So, let's get a move on. And the other nice thing too is that I had power here, so I was able to charge up the battery. Otherwise, if I didn't have that opportunity, we'd be on fumes getting into Gaffney, which I'm pretty sure we're going to try and get to. That's 68 miles in 4 days, so let's see if that happens. Okay, let's get going. And one more look at that. Can you tell which way is up and which way is down? Huh. Well, that was an unexpectedly great stop. Dacusville Farmers Market. It's actually a gas station. But now get this. I got a bologna egg and cheese biscuit. I got an egg and cheese biscuit. Got a banana. Got milk and I got orange juice. All that was just $7.91. And I even double checked when she's checking me out. Are you sure that's all? So good deal. And they make the biscuits and the food there themselves. So thank you very much. Now, I'm glad we're not going this way because the bridge is out. So we're going this way towards Dacusville. I think there's a Dollar General up there. So I might stop in there just to get a few resupplies. Since I'm most likely going past Greenville. I'm still thinking if I have time, I might go into the outskirts of Greenville. Catch the bus into the city proper to REI, just so I can get some new tips. And the reason I need new tips is because of all this asphalt walking. They're not as sharp as they should be, and they sometimes slip when I'm on the pavement. So I might take the bus into Greenville and then take it right back out, and then find a place to camp tonight. The one main thing that would keep me from doing that would be that this being a Sunday, and at the point where their buses run the furthest out of town, I might not be able to make the bus, so then I'll just bypass Greenville, keep on going. And like I said, we're trying to get to Gaffney in 4 days, which is 68 miles. Okay, update. As you might have seen, I got cut off on that last clip. So I was walking along the road there, and Paul stopped, said, "Hey, you need a ride?" I said, "Well, can you get me to the bus stop?" So we actually went down to the flea market. Here's a clip here of that. And then the bus stop is just right across the street from it. Well, guess what? The bus doesn't run on Sunday. So he brought me over here to the REI. Got my tips. Now, Gonna continue on, go find a stealth camping spot over near the end of the runway at the airport. And I've got now from this point here, instead of 17 miles a day to get to Gaffney, I've got 15 miles a day. So saved a little bit, but that's okay. So I just got to find my way over to the airport and listen to the planes tonight. Kind of busy little town, Greenville, huh? Well, this is the first time I've come across this brand. Not Sphinx, but Spinx. Huh. You know, I was thinking about the nothing happens by chance things that happened today. Number one is the what's the likelihood that Paul would have stopped and given me a ride if it was much earlier, because he just got that truck, and before that he was without a car for quite some time. And then number two, he needs some help with something going on. So if you can send a prayer his way, that'd be really great. And then the other thing is, I got cheap food today, just right now. Stopped at Waffle House. They always have a good deal. So I got the All-American thing for $11.75, which is a lot of food, considering. A couple eggs, toast, grits, ham, eggs. And then, like I said earlier today, had the cheap biscuits and milk and orange juice. Something else I got there at the gas station. And then there at the REI, those tips were like half price because they're having a sale. So yeah, hopefully this continues on today, and the spot I have marked out to camp out at the end of the runway is I can just find a spot, lickety split, without marching through brambles and hunting around. Oh, by the way, this is the Michelin headquarters. I don't know if it's Michelin North America or what, but that's what we're walking through right now. And I might point out also, I'm not used to all this infrastructure. I'm getting culture shock. Big old Marriott right there. And then some other hotels over here. Hotels over there next to the Marriott. I came through over here next to Comfort Suites, which was one of the bigger ones I've seen. I've usually only seen like 3-story ones. That was a 5-story. I see there's a Holiday Inn Express over there. Oh boy, I gotta get back to the countryside. Alright, found a spot. Not too far from the end of the runway of the airport. Right over that little knob of a hill there. So let's see how noisy this is tonight. I just checked the airport schedule. There's at least... oh, here we go. There's at least 10 more of those until midnight tonight, and then they stop until 8 o'clock in the morning. Alright. Well, I always liked airplanes as a kid, and I wanted to be a pilot. So, alright, so that's it for tonight. See, in the morning I have no idea which way we're going, but we're going somewhere that way. Good night. Good morning. Getting out here a little bit late. I was going to try and do 17 miles today. That's not going to happen. But it's all right, because to the motel over there in Gaffney in a few days, it's only 43 miles from here. So I was going to try and do like 17 today and then 13 and 13. So now it's probably going to be more like 13 today and then 17 tomorrow and then 13 the next day. So whatever. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So here's a beautiful view overlooking the storage place and the airport over there. Had a couple planes come over at 5:45 this morning, but other than that, it was a pretty quiet night. So it's going to just be mostly city walking today. Heading out that way towards Greer and then Spartanburg, or Spartanburg and Greer, whichever comes first. So then we're just going to have to find some place to camp. So in the meantime, there's a Waffle House not too far away, so I'm going to go get breakfast. And then just walk the streets, man. Walk the streets today. Oh, and also it's Spartanburg and then Greer. That's how it's going to go. Well, if you feel like going down towards Atlanta, that's the way to go. Well, I think we've got a brief respite for a while. This little road here is kind of like a back road connector between Greenville and Spartanburg. So hopefully this lasts a little bit longer than shorter. So you know how you've seen those pop-up carnivals, right? You ever wonder where the rides come from? I'll take a look at this right here. This is the place where rides are born. Highlight rides. All right, on to our scheduled walk. So walking through this area today, I can tell that we're on the fringe of two kind of climatic zones because I've been noticing different kinds of trees and stuff. Also, over here, I saw my first palmetto. And then over here we got a, looks like a magnolia tree. And then there's more and more of these tall pines coming across with not as much, if any, hardwood in them. So I guess it's that hazy boundary between maybe, to say, the coastal plains or the coastal influence versus the mountains and the mountain influence. I noticed that too when we were in Georgia. On the second walk, further south I got, the more of this type we got, type of trees we got, as well as the palmettos and stuff. But I think we're probably only going to be on a little bit of this right now because we're actually, we're going up to Charlotte. And I think that's more of a mountain influence over there. But it'd be interesting to see what the rest of the day brings. And maybe even tomorrow. Look, here's another magnolia. Well, look at that. What are you looking at? That's my mom's maiden name. And then over here, right next to it, I've got a friend with that last name, except without the A. So, what are the odds of having those two signs together, huh? Oh, here's another one. Here's an, and then I've got a friend who was going to name her baby many years ago, Michael, but they decided to do Ryan as a first name, but Michael is the first name, second name. So 3 of those signs all together, what does that mean? I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Well, it's about that time of day. Like I mentioned, I did fall short of the 17 miles. I was looking at that park over there, but too many open spaces. So there's a bridge up here I can maybe get under, so let's see what that looks like. Shh, good morning. I camped on the golf course property. This is actually their property down here. The river is right down here. And the fairways over there. I'm just right below a golf path here, so I got to get out of here really quick before somebody comes along. All right, let's get going. So I think we're going to have a bit of traffic here. It's a pretty busy road, just like I had last night before finding that spot there. And now I think today really will be pretty cityish. So probably not a whole lot to show, but we'll see what we get. I forgot to mention it got some rain this morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a light rain, and I didn't show it to you, but fortunately the spot where I was kind of underneath trees like that, so even though I could hear the rain just falling around me, trees pretty much broke it up since it was such a light rain. But I still did wake up with a damp sleeping bag, so got to find a laundromat and dry things out. This is the funniest thing these past couple days. Ever since Greenville and all the way up here to Spartanburg and Gaffney and into Charlotte. This whole route, from beginning to end, is supposed to be downhill. But I'm telling you, there's certainly been a lot of uphills on this downhill. And they've been long ones too. Well, here we are on what I guess would be considered, well, maybe not. Just right about on the east side of Spartanburg. I think actually the actual city limit is up on the other side of that hill there. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Oh, so get this. I was walking over here to the laundry to dry out the sleeping bag, and then a couple in a car stopped and said, "Hey, you want a hot meal?" They were delivering hot meals. They happened to have one left over, and looks pretty good. Looks like fruit, corn, and might be Salisbury steak or meatloaf and potatoes. So now I got something to do while I'm drying the bag out. Thank you very much wherever you went. I didn't get your names, but thank you, and we'll pray for each other. In the meantime, just dry out the sleeping bag. Okay, got that chore done. Now I just got to find something to eat. All right, let's see what we've got to eat here. We have orange juice. And we have 6 cookies. And watermelon. And sandwich. Hopefully I don't take too long because it's just about 2 o'clock. Got about 7 miles to go. And the sun goes down at 5:20. Okay, scarf it in. Okay, on the move. Saved half of that sandwich for later on. That was a Publix. It's a pretty big shop. This is one of the bigger shopping centers I've seen in a long time. All right, let's see how far we can get. It's 2:18. I got a few spots picked out. One near a Family Dollar, one near a library, and one near a cemetery. I haven't camped out in the cemetery for a couple months. So I was looking at that thinking, boy, if that was still in use, it'd be really rusty water. But now, I think it was actually part of an industrial thing, because look at this. I think this was an old industrial building. They've converted it to lofts. Pretty clever. So we've basically been walking, I don't know if it's called Main Street anymore, but this is US Highway 29, and it's been pretty noisy, and it's been mostly level. We're going downhill. Now I see we're going to go uphill again. Just don't pay attention to the map. If it says you're going down, yeah, right. And here we have the Pacolet River. And then over on this side, look at this. I like how that, I guess the train trestle that goes right across there. Pacolet River. Look at that. That's, I guess, a little dam up there. All right, there's option number 1 for camping. Back there. Looks like it would be doable. But I think I'll go on. Check out the one by the Family Dollar, by the cemetery, and by the library. Ideally, the one in the library would be good because I can go set up before it gets dark. And then go back to the library, charge up my battery, which is dead. And then, because it closes at 8 o'clock. And the Family Dollar, not so much. Don't know what I was thinking about there. There's houses right behind it. Huh. Alright, scratch that off the list. Alright, went over to the community center. There's some really nice woods over there. So, but there's houses also, so can wait till dark. There don't appear to be any street lights or too many street lights. So I'll slip in there after dark. In the meantime, I'm going to go to the library, charge up my phone, charge up the battery, and I don't think you're going to be able to see me once I get out of there. So from Cowpens, I guess that's how I pronounce it, C-O-W-P-E-N-S, from Cowpens, South Carolina, good night. You know, now that we're in North Carolina really must be a hip and happening place, because they don't have old-fashioned garbage, no siree. They've got modern garbage.